Christmas, everyone! Hi, this is Gus from the Gus Station, and you are watching FriGay Fridays. So, how are you? How's your Christmas so far? Um, it's ano ba? It's a Friday, and it's Christmas. Kamusta ang iyong ulam? Nakakain na ba kayo ng masarap for today? We already have one person with multiple personas. We have Ezekezi. Super aga for today. Also, um, her um, her gay or her drag name. It's Mimi Butterscotch. And so we have you here, and we have four people on the live, whoever you are. Good evening and Merry Christmas. I hope you're enjoying. Medyo parang ang festive masyado na music. Masyadong malakas. Ayan. So, yan. I hope you are having a great Friday and hoping you having a great holiday as well. For those people na may work, keep it up. Merry Christmas, Ezekezi. Ayan. Ayan, apat lang tayo. I know, like, I think most of the people are enjoying their, what do you call this? Their holidays and their, ano ba, time with the family. Hopefully, you're following social distancing. And today is actually the first day of, or the premiere of the MMFF 2020 movies. So if you have any plans of watching any of the Metro Manila Film Festival movies, you can go to Upstream.ph and avail of any of the movies that you want to watch. I think it's only 250 pesos for the Philippines and $10 for people outside of the Philippines. But I think definitely worth it. So far, I've only watched one, and that's the whole topic of our show today. Well, not really the whole topic, but a big topic of the show today. So we're going to be doing a live review, or I'm going to be giving you the live review, no spoiler, of The Boy Foretold by the Star. So of course, obviously, we won't be flashing the video here. We can't do that because, of course, we want people to be watching the whole movie in Upstream.ph. Only the legal sources of the movie. But I'm gonna be giving you my my spoiler-free review of the boy foretold by the stars. If you're still not convinced in watching it, medyo, I think for the past few days I've been pushing for people to watch it because it's not often that we get a movie that represents us as the LGBTQIA plus community in this way. So obviously we've had like Vice Ganda in the past, but like a representation wherein it's a little bit more close to real, close to like the stories that we haven't really heard of, and especially now we have a gay femme lead who's who is playing a femme gay character as well, right? Catalea, hey, how are you? I hope you have already watched the Boy Foretold by the Stars. If not, obviously we're gonna be doing a non-spoiler thing for tonight. We have about 7 people. Ezekezi, I didn't even celebrate Christmas that much. I'm like Vlad in real life. Well, for us, at least for my family, we don't really like make it a big event. Like I took pictures with my mom and my dad, so we had like matching pajamas, and we just had a bit of dinner at midnight, and then went off our separate ways. Like them going to sleep, me going online and doing my stuff. But it was a quaint but nice Christmas nonetheless. My sister visited from Las Piñas because my sister lives with us, but since her husband came back from the Middle East, so they're staying over at the in-laws, and they're gonna be spending the whole holidays there. But they will come here every Christmas, and then I think New Year, and then once her husband goes back to the Middle East, they'll be back here, staying here with our baby. So I hope you guys are enjoying your Christmas. My drink for today is ano ba to? It's iced coffee with Baileys. So adult drink. So a little bit of alcohol plus coffee, so buzzed and raring to go. So you guys, how are your Christmases? How did you celebrate it? Ezzy Kezi. So Ezzy Kezi, I sent him a pride flag. So he saw the pride flag that I have from the back, and he said, "Oh, it's really nice." So I said, "Okay, I'm gonna send you one." So he just received it. Hopefully, Ezzy, you can already take your picture with the flag because I really really want to see it. My friends are actually making fun of me because I didn't I didn't iron my flag, so it has those folds. Some of them actually thought they're crepe paper. I'm lazy like that, so I didn't really get to, iron it anymore. Siege, hey, Merry Christmas to you as well. I hope that you're having a great time. Nope, Ezzy, it's not Dalgona coffee. I don't know how to make Dalgona coffee, but it's spiked coffee. So coffee with Baileys. So cheers for those people who are in the back celebrating today. When do you really celebrate? Do you celebrate 24th or do you celebrate the evening of the 25th? Although I think 25th is fine because it's a Friday. Or at least today is fine. It's a Friday. Catalea says, I have one large Starbucks caramel macchiato. Someone gave it to me. Oh, is that a special someone that gave that to you? So again, in a few minutes, I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be giving my review of The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Has any one of you watched it? Like, what are your thoughts? No spoilers, please, because we don't want to be spoiling people who haven't watched it yet. But I'm really really excited for this movie. It's I haven't talked enough about this movie for like the past few days. So we have Ian. Hey, Merry Christmas to you as well, Ian. I hope you're having a great holiday, spending it with your special people in your family or your life. I don't know, whoever you're spending it with. Important thing is as long as you're spending it with someone, yeah, and you're not alone. How about the others? Kelly, a not large bottle of 1 liter of Starbucks. Is there a 1 liter version of Starbucks? Ate Joy, hey, how are you? Maligayang Pasko as well. Um, Bojo, hey Sir Bojo. Merry Christmas to you too. The movie was beautiful. That's all I'm gonna say for the meantime. I agree. I agree. To be honest, I was preparing my tissue, um, thinking like, oh no, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be bawling. But the whole time, I was just really overjoyed with how this movie was. Um, but most likely after this, I'm gonna be watching it again. I think I still have a few hours. So I think when you buy a ticket, you get to watch it for 24 hours. So I already watched it once, and then watched it again just to make sure that I have some stuff for the review, and then probably gonna watch it again later. It's also good that you can watch it with your family. So if you have a way to cast it to your TV, so even just one ticket, you can watch it with the whole family. So that's good. Um, Joy, Himala, di alak ang hawak. Actually, this is coffee with Baileys. So technically may alak. Technically may drink, but I just didn't want to go straight. Last night I was doing straight Baileys, but I didn't want to do straight Baileys because strong. That's all I'm gonna say. Ezzy, this is my first Christmas that I feel so single because of BL. I think I've have I? I think I've only had one Christmas with a boyfriend. Only one, and then the rest I am usually single during Christmas time. So at least we're all together. Unlit Mar, Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm still craving for kare kare. Oh my god. I think I've had kare kare 4 times already. So the first one was yesterday, and then I had it a bit for breakfast, and then lunch, and then dinner. I just love kare kare. Kare kare is my favorite, one of my favorites. So kare kare and then sinigang. Those are my favorites. Good. Too bad. Like my aunt was the one who cooked it, so we asked her to cook it for us. And then all she placed was what's that? Tualia, tualia, and oxtail. So they didn't really have any beef meat in it. So good thing we were able to find like lechon or something. So at least hindi ako naumay sa tualia. Ian, no coffee for me. Last time I had a cup of coffee, I couldn't sleep anymore until the next day. I think it's a good time to be awake for, enjoying with your friends and connecting with your friends. Tito Gus, I want to say that the penultimate episode of Cherry Magic is well, I've already finished. So by the way, Cherry Magic has already ended. So episode 12 is already out. Um, I'm not gonna tell you anything. I don't want to spoil you with what's gonna happen for Cherry Magic. I'm just gonna say it's a really really good series. But after episode 12, there's actually a 2 episode spin-off. So try to look for it in YouTube. There's a spin-off. There's 2 extra episodes after episode 12. So technically, you can say there are 14 episodes, but there are 2 extra episodes. So just look for that in YouTube. So at least you wouldn't think, episode 12 is the last. Joy, last night nagwala ako sa tahanan. Oops, Pasko naman. I think I was asleep. Was I asleep during that time? Thank goodness I was asleep. Jude, hello. Good evening, Jude. Um, Ian, have you tried sinigang rice from Canning Club? Of course. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. I really like sour food. Although I don't like paksiw. I don't like paksiw na isda. But the sinigang rice of Canning Club is the best. I miss it. Too bad Grab, like my Grab connection can't reach any kind of Canning Club, but that's one of my favorites. Jude, I'm going to miss Cherry Magic. Truly. Jude, have you watched the 2 extra episodes? So last night I was watching it with Maring Reka. Was it what? Who else was I watching it with? Lance and one more. I forgot. Like, sorry, I was tipsy. I was tipsy when we were watching that. But yeah, so really, really, really enjoyed watching Cherry Magic. The penultimate was like but the last episode was really sweet. I think it's a very good ending to the whole series. Okay, so everyone, just want to check again. Have you started watching any of the MMFF films? So far, I've been hearing good things about Fangirl as well, so most likely I might get that over the weekend. I think I have a lot of people who have already watched it and really enjoyed it. So that's an excellent. So for the rest, I don't know, I'm kind of hesitant with the other movies, but the 2 ones that I would definitely, well, I have definitely watched The Boy Foretold by the Stars, but Fangirl would be the other one I'm going to be watching. Bojo, Cherry Magic is also worth the time. I'm also enjoying the Gaia feels of Meet Me Outside. Totally. Meet Me Outside, I think for the short amount of time that it gives you the story, it gives you enough and it gives you what is needed. So kudos to Gege and Direct JP for Meet Me Outside because it's really good. It's really good. And I'm not just saying this because like we like Direct JP and Gege. The story is really good. It's really simple. Um, the way that they create tension between the characters. Watch out for that. So please check it out. You can either watch it through Blued, the app, or you can go to YouTube. I think they posted the day after. So there you go. Jude, we watched Cherry Magic while you were watching The Boy Foretold. Then we watched The Boy Foretold while you were watching Cherry Magic. So yeah, it's good. I was actually excited to watch what do you call this? Have this unpacking session with you guys. But I think we were in different things. I think you haven't watched The Boy Foretold while we have already watched it. Hey Jason, yeah, Jason, The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Yes. Oh, by the way, Jason is in The Boy Foretold by the Stars. He was there for a good minute. I think somebody was able to screenshot a scene with Jason. So congratulations, Jason. You're still part of that amazing project. Um, Oy, may fan. May fan si Jason. So Merry Christmas to all of you. So I hope you really, really had a great time during this Christmas season. So, what I like about this is kind of everything kind of smooths over. Like if you're stressed, if you're busy because it's the holidays, sometimes everything gets set aside. So meron tayong parang leeway for leeway for those kind of things. Um, hey Nits, so Nits, Merry Christmas to you too. Um, just curious how Lacan favors your fancy. I've only watched like half or like 45% of 45%, no, 75% of episode one. Um, and didn't really catch my fancy so much. Um, but as we all know, you have to give shows a bit of a chance. Whenever I watched the first episode and didn't like it, my friends would always tell me, "Oh, watch another episode," and that sometimes changes your mind. So I'll try to give it a chance once I think the whole series finishes. Darwin, hey, what? You're not yet done with what? Not yet done with the movie? Nako. But no, don't worry. I won't be spoiling anything. Sir Will, hey, how are you? How are you doing, Sir Will? Kamusta tayo? Ma'am Yao, hello as well. Hello to you. So today we're gonna be doing a live. I'm gonna be giving you my review of The Boy Foretold by the Stars, but it's gonna be spoiler free, so don't worry. If you haven't watched it yet, I'm here to ano ba, convince you to watch it. Please watch it with your friends. Share it. I think this is a very important movie, especially for us who are part of the community. Ezzy, I only watched episode 1 and 2 of Lacan. It's not my cup of tea, but maybe I would like it if I watch it sometime. Yeah, I'm always gonna be honest. Like, if sometimes I don't react to something, I'd rather just keep it at that. Because I don't want to be like too, you know how I am. I'm sometimes too technical with what I'm looking for. And I don't want to be in a point where I'm trying to not really bash, but over criticize a certain show. One show that I do feel bad that I wasn't able to review or react to was My Extraordinary. The first episode again, I didn't really give it a chance. I was like, oh, it's fine. Didn't really catch my fancy, and then I watched the next few episodes. I was like, wow, this series is good to the point that I subscribed to Gaga Ulala. That's how much I like My Extraordinary. So my fault. So I'm sorry, Will. We didn't get to react to My Extraordinary because of me. Hey, Rodrigo Ignacio. Hey, I missed you. Been a long time. Also, you gave me a greeting. I think in Twitter, or was it Twitter or Facebook or Instagram? But yeah, Merry Christmas. Sir Will, after midnight kanina, MMO, then The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Tapos di pa nasiyahan Cherry Magic episode 12 and 2 spin-offs. Kaya pa, yeah, yun. So I was with Sir Will. We were watching that. Why was it torture? It was really good. It was really good. So hello to the 26 people who are watching. I'm drinking my Bailey's X coffee. So coffee with alcohol. So cheers to everyone. Jude, Lacan has improved as an initial critic. I'm glad that they do listen to the feedback. Episodes 3 and 4 have improved so much compared to episode 1 and 2. There you go. So let's give it a chance. And I trust Jude. In Jude we trust. Happenstance 2 is good. The first episode premiered in Gaga Ulala today, so most likely, since I'm subscribed to Gaga Ulala, I will watch it later. Yeah, so Jude was like inviting us to a watch party earlier, but it was like when I opened, oh, nobody's there, so I left, and then I did some other stuff here at home because my sister is here. But yeah, okay. So we'll start with our review of. I'll start with my review of The Boy Foretold by the Stars. So as we all know, this has been something that we've been promoting for the past few days, and I just really want to make sure that everybody understands like how good this movie is. So I decided, okay, so let's just give a review of how it is. But don't worry, it's gonna be spoiler free. If I gave any spoilers, just please call me out. I might, you know me, I'm very talkative. So here are my notes. So here are the things that I want to talk about with regards to The Boy Foretold by the Stars. So as we all know, it's it's a movie in MMFF 2020. Um, the amazing part about it is, how much attention is given to the Metro Manila Film Festival. And through the years, it's like a showcase of how these big production companies, like let's say Regal, Star Cinema, would show their movies. And like I've been a bit of a critic of MMFF really, because for the most part I feel it's a bit of a cash cow, given that all of the international films will be blocked. All of the shows all of the movies that will be showing in the theaters would all be the MMFF movies only. And then it will get to a point where, and if the movie is not really selling that well, they remove it. So it kind of has an iffy feel for me, with that idea that it's really a way for these big production companies to gain money, to the point that sometimes the stories that they're telling in the movies are no longer the ones that we would, high quality stories. And again, I'm not trying to bash like the Enteng Cabezotes and the Vice Ganda movies, but like it got to a point wherein, isn't there anything else? Isn't there any other story that we can give? Although there was one MMFF as of late, that I really really enjoyed. It got to a point that we watched almost all of the movies. I forgot which date it was or which year it was, but it was where we watched Die Beautiful, Sunday, Beauty Queens, and that was the time wherein, you know, it's like they gave a chance to, a different kind, or actually the original goal of MFFF, wherein it's more of how creative can these stories be, how amazing, how, like, even though the unknown production companies would hash it out. So I'm really happy that they did that, but eventually it went back to the Enteng Cabezotes and the Vice Gandas, which is very, very disappointing. And it's also disappointing because usually, the good international or the foreign movies usually come out during Christmas. But you have to wait till January because, it's all MMFF for at least a week or so. So happy that, especially for this year, I think I see a lot of, movies that are a little bit more experimental. But still, we still have those, old school type of movies that you would normally see during MMFF. And right now, I'm really happy that, The Boy Foretold by the Stars is part of it. So, I've been trying to research. Oh yeah, Jason, thank you. That was 2016. Thank you for that. But I was trying to research on, like, the background of The Boy Foretold by the Stars. So it was supposedly a monologue, like years back, I think 10 years ago, written by director Dolly Dulu, and, now it was picked up, to be part of, what's that? Cine Philippines? Was it correct? It was, yeah, I think Cine Philippines or Cine Filipinas, was it? So it was picked up, for that. It was created, for that specifically, but it was canceled because of the pandemic. And now they were actually very very surprised that, they were able to have, there Cine Filipino. Thank you. But yeah, they were very very happy that they were given the opportunity to be part of MMFF, and, it's especially for Direct Dolly Dulu, which is this is her first, what I would say, directorial debut. She had like, other directing, but usually not the main, not as the main director. So this is a very very special thing, and also something that she wrote for the LGBTQIA community, which is amazing. Now, streaming versus theater. So as we all know, we're in the pandemic, and we can't go to the theaters, at least for now. Hopefully next year we get to do that. But, what are your thoughts? Like for me, I do enjoy the fact that, we get the opportunity to watch when we want. Given that we have the ability to, like, let's say, on our phones or on our computers, and rewatch it. So I think that's the good thing about the streaming. The good factor about streaming is, you get to go back to, like, certain scenes that you really enjoy. Like for me, given that I wanted to do this review, I was able to go back to, like, the scenes that I missed. Also look at the names of the characters that I missed. So it's really good. Although I do miss the feeling of you're with this whole cinema, and with all these people watching together, even with your friends and family. That's the thing that I missed, and especially with this movie, The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Um, when it ended, when the credits were rolling, I was clapping the whole time. I was clapping so hard, and I wish like, oh, I wish I was in a cinema because I will definitely stand up and clap. I don't care who would look at me because this movie is just beautiful. And so I've done that in the past in other movies that I have stood up and clapped. And I think if I lost something for the from the pandemic, I think this is one of those. Although I don't like the long lines, we all hate those things. But definitely missed the whole theater vibe, eating popcorn. I actually ordered popcorn, but unfortunately they would have to deliver it by tomorrow because of it's the holiday season. So there we go. So first BL film. So they are actually promoting this as the first boy love film ever, and as well as first boy love film in the Metro Manila Film Festival. So that's a big thing, especially that this year was peppered with so many boy love shows and series. And the funny thing is, this was actually created the year before the boom of boy love. So this was created, or this was shot 2019. The concept, I think, was done even prior to that. So the whole idea that this was not affected by any of the BL shows that came for Wave One, Wave Two, and Wave Three is amazing. Because like my initial fear is, oh no, you know how we haven't learned about microaggression, we haven't learned about the things that you're not supposed to say. We haven't really been that well versed with the idea of representation. Maybe like 2 years, a year ago. So I was worried that, oh no, maybe it might go to that, tropey type of story, which it didn't. So that if you would think about it, I guess by now, if you're a fan of GSP, Game Boys, you would know what are the things that we should be avoiding, what are the types of stories that we should be avoiding. And I'm really happy that it didn't really give us any kind of those toxic tropes that we normally see in BL shows or BL movies. So I'm happy that even though it came before the BL boom, it was able to tell a story that we needed, especially now. Um, and like what we were saying, it was this movie is the best finale for the year, given that we have BL series, and then now we have a BL movie closing the year, which has so high quality and such great representation. And later on, we'll talk about that even further. So yeah. No, Jude says taters ba yan, nag-deliver naman sila sa amin. No, I went to Metromart. So it's an app that orders groceries for you. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna order like Baileys, which I didn't know we already have. And then I saw this white cheddar popcorn snack. So like, okay, I'm gonna buy two since I'm gonna be watching a lot of stuff over the weekend. And then when I ordered it, they said, "Oh, we will only be able to deliver on Saturday." So I was like, "Okay, might as well." But I'm excited for that. Roderick de Guzman says, "All I can say is that the film is very beautiful. I cried particularly at the ending. I think everybody felt all of the emotion, especially during the latter part." Critically, why fall in line if meron namang reserved seating trust? Well, of course. But sometimes, when you're in the mall, it's like, okay, let's watch. Like sometimes it's spur of the moment, it's unplanned. Um, Ian says, I prefer it, pero I'm thinking back a lower revenue since you don't need to purchase as many tickets per household. True. That's kind of the downside of this. But at least it kind of reaches more people, I would think. It kind of reaches more people because of it being, you can watch it on a mobile phone, you can watch it on a laptop. But yeah, it might not be as profitable as we would want it to be. That's why please buy the tickets as much as possible. Watch it on your own first. So our group, the Tahan and Friends, Tahan and Friends, we said that okay, let's watch it all separately to make sure that we all get to buy a ticket and watch it on our own. So at least we get to support this movie. Jason says, "Oh yeah, that would be so nice to see people clapping because they were so satisfied with the movie that they have watched." And I've done that. I've done that a lot of times. A lot of times. Ash, hey, Ash F, not Ash Milan. I guess don't done watching the film too. I love it. I'm happy that you loved it. Good point, Judy, to the wider audience niya, lalo na the OFWs na hindi nakauwi. True. So yeah, it's accessibility. So I just really hope that people do buy it. And please, if you find any kind of link that pirates any of these movies, report them because these movies deserve to get all of the profit that they can get from the amount of work that they did. Ash says, "Hi Jude, how's happenstance? Maganda ba ang pilot?" Yeah, I heard it was good. It was good. Budget. Surprisingly, I didn't cry, but the emotions are real and strong. So when I started this live stream, I said I didn't cry. I felt the emotion, but more than anything else, I was really just so happy. I was so happy with how the story was, how the production was. That I was smiling the whole time. That I couldn't cry. I was forcing myself. I was forcing myself. Shout out, hi Craig Leo. Judy Tudud. This and Omando were shot prior to the pandemic. It means that these quality productions were really planned to be sensitive and progressive, and we're moving in the right direction. True to that. True to that. I agree. Um, Ash F says, as for the streaming service that they tied up for MMFF, I hope they can improve the platform since I encountered errors twice earlier, especially when pausing for some scenes. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people also encountering some issues like the stream stoppings, the freezing. So I really hope that if this does happen in the future, as an opportunity to people for people to watch aside from theaters, I think they work on it. Ezekezi, will 2021 gonna have more progress to BL and will more representation come into the place next year? Um, I will answer that by saying if the boy Foretold by the Stars wins, it's a good stepping stone for what's next for BL for next year. Dude, the criticism about the language actually came from Craig Leo because we watched it together. Anong language? Hala, nawala na ako. Craig Leo, gaya dun sa isang reactor na nag-tweet ng reaction daw ng family niya pero pinakita yung last scene. Yeah, please do not spoil. Please do not spoil the movie because I think it removes the excitement. It removes the what do you call this? It removes the surprises. Yeah, yeah. G movies has a lot of issues. Okay, moving on to our next trailer. All I can say is so. Of course, we all watched the trailer last night. We did a trailer reaction. I did one with Will. Hi, Will. And we were like, okay, so this is what we're gonna be expecting. And all I'm gonna say is that whoever made the trailer is a genius. Whoever made the trailer for The Boy Foretold by the Stars is a genius, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Once you watch the movie, it will give you so much surprises, and it would leave you saying, "What? I thought I knew what I was getting myself into, but you don't. You don't." So please, have the trailer in the back of your mind. But I'm really happy. I'm really looking forward for you guys to really experience what I experienced. Like, what? I was deceived. I didn't know that was gonna happen, and that was the amazing part. And not deceived to the point that they lied, but deceived to the point that there's so much more to the movie than just the trailer. Unlike the normal trailers that we would watch, wherein most of the jokes, most of the best jokes are in the trailer, most of the best scenes are in the trailer. Here, no. Like the trailer just gives you, a little bit of an idea of what you're gonna get yourself into. But once you watch the movie, it's like it's so much more. It's so much more. Um, oh yeah, Ian says yes, we need to support movies that tell our story, but producers need to see that it's worth our investment. True, true. So I'm the type of person who's like, if you tell me now, Gus, you have to support all of these LGBT or queer shows because it helps support the community. Like, yes, to a point, but if it's there just to bait all of us into watching these shows just because it's for the community, then no, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. Actually, there's one show that premiered its trailer today. I'm not gonna mention what show it is. Let's say that a certain Buknoy Glamour is part of the stars, and it's a very problematic. It's already problematic if you have the main character as a problematic person, not even an actor, person, and I don't like it. The sexualization of the shows, the over sexualization. I think like yeah, as gay people, we like seeing hot people and topless or like nakedness and sex, but you know don't just give us that. Give us something more. Like if you are gonna put that, make that part of the story and not just something to pull your people in. Um. Oh, Ash. Yeah. Oi, Sir Bojo. Somebody's already requesting. Hope you can make your version of the soundtrack of The Boy Foretold by the Stars, please. Please, Ulan. Definitely, that's something that I want. Ma'am Yao says, I was so excited to review kanina. I made a 7-tweet long thread, but I realized I was making a spoiler, so I had to delete for 6 of the tweets in the thread. Thank you, Ma'am Yao. Thank you for that. Um, Bojo, yep, I had like 6 times of frozen frames. But the film is so good that you can overlook the blunders. It's not the film's fault. Definitely, it's not the film's fault. Okay, so next part on our review is who is Dolly Dulo? Like, have you heard of Dolly Dulu? Actually, this is the first time that I've heard of her. So Dolly Dulu is actually a producer and assistant director. So this is, I would say, her like directorial debut. But for the most part, she's been a producer for Sa Puso ni Doc. She's part of the production for He Who Is Without Sin, even Momal Nights, and she was the writer for Wild Little Love. Wild Little Love. So it's amazing that you like this is your first directorial movie. Is that a term? This movie that you first directed, and it's this good. I was the whole time I was watching this movie, I was like, Direct Dolly, we need more of you. You're already part of my pedestal creatives for shows. So we have Gege, JP Habak, Ash Malano, Percy, Direct June, and now we put Direct Dolly Dulu because she did an amazing job in this. And you know how I am about directors uh, putting themselves too much in the show that they're directing. Here it was just perfect. You will see elements of Direct Dolly in the movie. I'm not gonna tell you where. I'm not gonna tell you how, but the way that she placed herself in the movie was amazing. And I think for the most part, she did say that the story is her story. The story of I'm sorry if I'm misgendering Direct Dolly. If you're him or her, I'm sorry, but yeah, the way that Derek Dolly was able to put herself in this movie without it being like a narcissistic type of thing was really amazing. So I'm really looking forward to other projects that Derek Dolly will be doing because I can say that Derek Dolly has the eye and knows how to really create not just the story but the visuals. How Derek Dolly wanted the shots to be, and the whole time I was like saying, "We can do this, pala. This is something that we can do," and especially this is supposed to be kind of an indie film, but the quality is up there. So that's if more than anything else, the quality, the shots, the coloration, was amazing. Like we're already going to the production and quality. All of the angles that they took, all of the scenes that they took, the colors that they chose for the scenes was really pleasing to the eye. It didn't look like a caricature, and I've had conversations with some of my friends who already watched the movie. It didn't look like a caricature. It didn't look like a cartoon. It still looked like a real world where people can actually live in. So all of the scenes still look very relatable. All of the shots were very relatable. And the shots were really beautifully done, like the panning of the cameras, even like where the blurring happens, the transition from one focused character to another was really really good. And also along with that is the music. So aside from of course the OST, which is Polan, even the simple hints of music of music or sound for every scene. Well, as we all know, this part of the awards for this movie is best sound. So you can really say that they added that as another character to the movie. And I'm a type of watcher or viewer who also looks into like how they make a scene with the sounds and the music that they're putting inside the show. Um, and talking about the awards, by the way, this movie was able to get 12 nominations for the Metro Manila Film Festival. So I'm really looking forward for that. So it got Best Film, Best Director, nominated for Best Film, nominated for Best Director, Best Actor, Best Screenplay, got Puno Memorial Award, Best Supporting Actor, Best Production Design, Best Theme Song, Best Sound, like what I said, Gender Sensitivity, which I think is a very good award to add, Best Cinematography, and Best Musical Score. So you can really say that you're really in for a lot of um, good quality things for this movie. And there are also other movies who also got 12, but I don't know. Like I really feel that this movie is really something special. Okay, now let's talk about the supporting characters. So we have John Ray Escano, Miguel, which is the uh, one of the best friends of Dominic or Adrian's character, or the lead's character, and he was actually awarded or nominated for Best Supporting Actor, or nominated for Best Supporting Actor. We also have John Leonard Ramon, which is Timmy, another of the friends of Adrian or Adrian's character or Dominic, and Jemuel Satumba. And if I would have a little bit of criticism, at least for the nominations, nothing against John Ray Escano, because I think he was able to portray the character well. I didn't really see a lot of him in the movie, though. If I am going to be nominating someone from Best Supporting Actor from this movie, I think I would choose either John Leonard Ramon or Timmy, which is like the gay best friend, the other gay best friend of Dominic, because of like how his comedic timing was really there. And you really saw more of him in the movie. That's why I'm kind of surprised that they awarded or they nominated John Ray Escana for Best Supporting Actor. If you guys have an idea on how they chose that, please do share. Another one that I would think to um, nominate is Jimwell Satumba or Philip. He was the bully in the movie, and I wanted to punch his face. That's how good he was. Like to the point that I really wanted to punch his face throughout the movie. That means that he was very effective in the role that he was given. So I would definitely either give or at least nominate either John Leonard Ramon or Timmy, or Jemuel Satumba or Philip for Best Supporting Actor. But still rooting for John Ray Escano again, representation of a femme gay character, and then be nominated as Best Supporting Actor. Still truly amazing. We also have Rissy Ramos, who plays Karen, or the ex-girlfriend of Luke or Kian's character, and Vic Robinson, who is Andoy, which is one of the close friends or best friends of Luke or Kian's character. Um, Although, like I what here's where I have a bit of a dilemma. Wherein acting versus visuals, I do think that Rissy and Vic kinda was not really as believable as high school students, because all of these the characters that they're playing are high school students. So if I would have like a little bit of a nitpick session, I would say that I didn't really believe their visuals as high school students, but they were able to act or deliver their acting as high school students. So if I would get over the fact that they kind of look a little bit more in their 20s compared to the other characters. And again, that's not shade to their age or anything, but I think they were not as believable as high school students, but I think they delivered in their acting as high school students. If you're getting my point, but I think these supporting characters, even the what's that? Even the principal, you know how the mean principals are. So he was good. Iyamina is the fortune teller or baby R. At first, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be another stereotypical portrayal of a trans character. But no, it started that way, but it ended up no, with Iyamina being like what do you call this? A light, a guide through the whole story. And I think I really loved how they slowly, took away all of the makeup from Iamina's character, Baby R, and just made her into like um, a relatable character that's smart and giving guidance. So that's really really good. Sorry, I'm already missing some of the comments. Bojo says the film is very nuanced, acting, pacing, flow, shot angles, musical scoring, conflicts, and resolution perfect. Like I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. This was definitely a really good showcase of the talents of the whole team of The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Not just direct Dolly, but all of the actors. They did an amazing job. TJS, good evening. Daan lang muna ako, guys. Hey. So as you can see, I agree. More directors are being more and more open to other topics and representation other than the typical love story like Katniel and stuff. True. Ash F, talaga, nakakainis yung role ni Philip. But it worked. I wanted to pop I wanted to pop all his pimples. That's how much I hated him. But because he was able to act out that role amazingly, and you really wanted to hate him. That's a testament to the type of acting that he did. Jude says, "Yes, Rissy looked older than high school. Good acting though." So I was debating with myself when I was watching the movie. I was like, she does look a little bit more mature than a high school student, but the way that her facial expressions, her movements showed that she was like a high school student. But it was kind of fighting a little bit in my head, if you know what I mean. Jude says, I mean, did you see Jason Carmona? Totally Totoy vibes. Oh my God, Jason. At the back. Like, oh my God, you're a high school student. You, ano pala, you can be a high school student. Ash F, I think for Resi, they could have shortened her hair to make her look younger. Probably. Like I think maybe I don't know because it's hard because they're all wearing uniforms, so you can't really change that. Ma'am Yao or made her thinner. Sorry, just my idea. No to body shaming. No to body shaming. Um, Jude, there's also a chance of part two. Still quite a lot of struggles that haven't been resolved. But all I can say is, and you can debate me on this. I'm happy with the ending. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the ending. I was scared and satisfied with the ending. Mamiao, they concentrated more on the fortune teller angle than the fact that Iyamina is trans, and that's a good thing. The fact that the boys just took it, accepted her as is, made it more believable. Exactly. Like they didn't even talk about it, but we were just like, oh, this is another character. I don't have to point out that this character is trans. And sometimes it's good to represent these characters as such. But sometimes you just have to put, okay, there's a girl, there's a boy, there's a trans character, there's a gay character without really pointing it out because that's how normal things are, right? That's how normal people think about things. Quickly, isang Hail Mary, toss a wave 3 no BL sa Pinas. Ah, yes. Sorry to say wave 3 of BLs, although Meet Me Outside is definitely like another Hail Mary to the wave 3, but definitely this I wouldn't even call this wave 3 because like technically it was shown and it was created prior to wave 3. Pero I'm really happy. Um Bojo says, picking up from your nitpicking, Karen looks matured. Maybe makeup and hair could have helped. I think so too. I do agree. If maybe they shortened her hair, like maybe a wig. Although I'm not really a fan of wigs, to be honest. Okay, so moving on. So we talked about the supporting characters. Let's talk about Kian Johnson. So press one if you are a fan or have a crush on Kian Johnson. Um, Another person was really believable as an older high school student. And I think it didn't like I think he was very natural in the way that he was acting. I believe that he was able to portray the emotions. Sir Will, isa lang. Sabi ko, isa lang. Jude says, fan only. A fan of Kian now. Like definitely, I'm looking forward to this kid. We were able to have interactions with Kian in like meet and greets with the reactors, and he's very vocal. He's very articulate, and it shows even in his characterization of Luke as a character. I think he does need a little bit of maturing when it comes to the emotional part. I think the tears did help, but I think he needs a little bit more maturing when it comes to the emotional stuff. But I think like the very casual conversations, like the normal acting, he's really good at that. But maybe a little bit more maturing on the emotional parts. But he really delivered really well, and I believe that he was attracted to Dominic. I believe the chemistry of these two characters. I believe the somewhat angst and confusion that he was having, but a little bit more work on the emotional side or the tears. But definitely he delivered on this. Wala pong OnlyFans. Wag po. Bata pa po sila. Let's not put them there. As you can see, Kian is the kind of boyfriend we don't deserve to date. Or maybe you deserve to date, right? Let's always think that we deserve the best for us. Ash says, I think the script is an advantage for Kian since most of his lines are in English. Totoo, true. Another yeah, and thank you for pointing that out. So originally this was a play. So if you would look at the scenes or how it was acted, it kind of teleports you or transports you into a play. Na parang yeah, I believe that this could have been a play. So sometimes it removes you from the reality and puts you in the fantasy of a theater play or a theater act. But still, I think the lines were believable. It wasn't too like the English lines weren't too ano ba, alienating. And it still worked for me. Especially, I think they're from a private school, so most probably like private school students speak like that. Craig Lee, I was waiting for a Belgian chocolate moment nung lumabas si Iya. Diyos, huwag mo tong i-flash. Oh my God, I'm sorry. No! If you've watched Mamu, you'd know what we were talking about. Sorry, Craig, nakita ko na lang yung wag mo tong i-flash nung last time natin. Sir Will says, Kian is a very nice guy for his age, and the way he profoundly speaks, I mean, my heart, like truly, like how excited he was that he made you super excited then to the point, boy, I thought you were an introvert. But I can say that he, a little bit more development, a little bit more workshop. He's really gonna be someone to look forward to in the future. Like he's still young. I think he's only 21. So he's really someone to watch out for in the future. Jude says he's very mature in his views. Love that about him. Acting wise, okay for the movie, but being paired up with the powerhouse like Adrian made Kian's performance look just okay, and it was fine because we don't need like a super big performance on Kian's side. So I think the script really worked for him, but for him to really have a better future for future movies, I think he has work to do. He has work to do, but I think he's on his way. Bajo says Kian is extraordinary. He's a true artist. I want to meet him. Sayang, like we should have, invited you in our reactors meet with Kian, definitely. Anong Belgian show ko, Craig Leo? Watch Mamu, the movie of Iyamina, and you will know what Belgian Choco means. Mom Yao, it started as a monologue, right? Yes, it did. And it developed into this amazing story with so much depth. Without it being convoluted. It wasn't really convoluted. Baki research what convoluted means. Jude says, Bojo Licauco, if you ever get a chance, look forward to discovering his views in life. He's profound, especially considering his age. Yeah, our Tahanan friends invited him to Zoom, and they had long conversations with him, and he was just really there to share and was open to different ideas. So, good on him for that. So I'm really looking forward to his growth. Bojo says, generally the acting was not so acted out. It looked natural and it became more relatable. True. So he didn't really try too hard. He didn't really try too hard. And sometimes we see some new actors who are really trying too hard, and you see the cogs moving in their heads, slowly like I'm gonna do this, or slowly thinking he wasn't doing that. So I think it also is a testament to the direction from Direct Dolly. Um, I agree. I'm curious about the monologue. I hope, yeah, we can actually message Direct Dolly if she would share with us the original. Ian says, I like his acting, pero baka I'm biased kasi scenes were really relatable for me. And it here's the thing. He was perfect for the role. That's all I'm going to say. He's perfect for the role. Now let's talk about, of course, our nominee for Best Actor for MMFF 2020. We have Adrian Lindayag. Um, again, the portrayal of a gay femme character is very important because we see it a lot, and sometimes, or actually most of the time, it's portrayed as a comic relief. And this is one of the first few times that we really have a lead character that plays like a normal person, um, a normal person who loves, a normal person who thinks, a normal person who overthinks, right? And I think Adrian was just being himself. Although other the dramatic parts, he was able to deliver it amazingly. Like the emotion that he was able to give out was there. It wasn't like a lusak moment where and he had to rip like clothes or anything, or like be muddy or dirty, but he was able to show the angst and the challenges of a gay femme character, or a gay character at that, who's in love and who's trying to find love, and get that person who he really is attracted to, to look at him a certain way, and have that thing with that person. And I think he was able to do that really well. So I'm really looking forward to the awards night, and I'm gonna be really super nervous because Adrian Lindayag did that. Like what I said, the first time I watched him was in Cadenang Ginto, and he was again a gay femme character. And the thing is, when he was doing that, he wasn't a comic relief as well. He was just really acting his role. He was acting a gay character who happens to be femme. And this is the same thing with Dominic's character, or sorry, Adrian's character, which is Dominic. Um, Jude says his acting was not bad. Just to clarify, it was good. There were some occasions when Adrian would shine in the scenes with Kian. True, like especially the emotional scenes. You would really see a little bit of disparity between Adrian and Kian, and it kind of gives you an idea because of experience. That's why I keep on saying that Kian is on the right path. So he just really needs to work. But Adrian really did a lot for this role. Whether it's the killing moments, whether it's the youthfulness of his portrayal, whether it's the emotions that he was able to squeeze out for the more emotional moments, he really was amazing. Roderick de Guzman says it would be very great if Adrian would win Best Actor award. And here's the thing, as he asked, what's the future of DL? If we get to win, we talaga yan, no? If Adrian Lindayag wins Best Actor and this movie wins Best Picture, it it opens so many doors for our stories to be told for next year. And even Derek Dolly, like my God, Derek Dolly, more projects for you, please, because if this is the type of quality that you're able to produce, it gives me a lot of hope for the future of not just BLs but queer representation, and that's definitely something that we are looking forward to. Did Iya win Best Actress this year or was it last year? I'm not too sure. Is it for Mamu? I'm not. Let's try to look. Iya Mina. Iya Mina. So awards and nominations. So Iya Mina was able to win Best Actress for Cinema Manila Originals Film Festival, and this was in 2018 for Mamu and a Mother Too. I watched that movie. It's amazing, except for the Belgian chocolate. That was kind of disturbing, but it's still really good. Um, yeah, Ian says, I saw the Belgian chocolate na gusto ko magbuhos ng alcohol, magtawag ng carbonate. Ian, no. Craig says, I feel you there, Ian. Daming scenes na nag-resonate sa akin, maybe because I went to a Catholic high school. So this is more for, for the boy foretold by the stars. I wasn't really able to relate too much to that because I came from a co-ed school that doesn't really, what do you call this? Doesn't really prioritize religion in the curriculum. So I graduated from UPIS, so University of the Philippines Integrated School. We had some religious organizations, but it's not as much as possible. They avoided putting religion in classes because it alienates some of our classmates who are not Catholic. So that's something that they were kind of very worried about. So another thing that I loved about this movie, and we're moving on to representation, is the part where they were talking about homosexuality being a sin. I'm not gonna give you too much about it, but during the part that their conversations about what the Bible says and what we should be interpreting, um, was a really good part that I think they could have expounded further in the movie. But I think them putting that out there, especially in mainstream eyes, is very important. And I want to see what the reactions of different people to that part, especially that they were talking about the Bible, they were talking about religion, they were talking about homosexuality being a sin, and that was a very important moment. I think I was clapping the whole time, especially that brother Mike was cute. The actor playing brother Mike was guapo. Yun lang sabihin ko. The priest. I know. Well, he's not a priest in real life, so there you go. Buzzo says, I hope Adrian wins. He's a good example of a crossover actor from theater to film. Very calculated, but still very realistic. Still considering writing him a song, as we talked about last night. And talking about songs, I'm sorry I missed this. So Ulan is not the only song in the movie. There's also another one that I love, the Kaibigan, the song that's entitled Kaibigan. Actually, all of the songs were really good. All of the songs were really good, and you would know that this was actually shot or was finished like way back because the version of Bugoy was not even part of the film yet. Like Bugoy was not even part of the Bugoy Derlan was not even part of the credits yet. But one of my favorite songs was Kaibigan, the song that they were singing during the journey session with the candle, and that was beautiful. And yeah, I really hope that you get to have a chance to write a song for Adrian. Adrian's a good singer, because he sang in the movie. It's not a musical or anything, but they had to sing because of the journey event. But he is a really good singer. Even his version of Olan was really good. Oy, talaga, Jude, so same. I came from a public school, MSHS, so I couldn't relate much. I had my elementary years in a Catholic school, though. I had my kindergarten in a Catholic school, but I left because I was scared of the principal. I heard that she makes palo your hand with a ruler. She makes palo. Craig Leo, retreats, recollection, jamboree, intrams, immersion, just ko. Like I wasn't able to join any kind of retreats because we didn't have that in school. So it was nice to have. I've known of these things. I've known of like retreats, but that never really get to experience it. Jude, I like that the movie also discussed religious views on homosexuality in a positive way. And yun, if you are gonna be looking forward to something, look forward to that conversation that they were having about the Bible, homosexuality, and how much you wanted to punch Philip's face. As you can see, because my school is Catholic and private school, some things are not allowed in my school. Cross-dressing and wearing wigs. And I think for most schools, it's still not allowed. And that's part of the society more than anything else. That's part of the society. Although I think for colleges naman wherein hindi na naman naka-uniform, most of them are kind of a little bit more relaxed on that. Ma'am Yao, yan the kaibigan song and I love Banda ni Dolly. Oh! Eh, wala na. Yan. Banda ni Dolly. Look forward to that. Si Ma'am Yao talaga. Oh. Ayun, naglalaway tuloy ako. Okay. Immersions. True. Wala kami nun. VRD, oh my God, me too, Brother Mike. Yes. Brother Mike, magdasal po tayo. Magkakasala na nga ito. Although he looks better with the glasses. The actor looks better with the glasses. Ian, masaya sa Jamboree. Well, I heard maraming nangyayari sa mga Jamboree. Shout out dun sa mga naka-experience ng Jamboree retreat na merong mga kababalagahang nangyari. I know you're minors during that time, but oh my God. As you forgot to include the infamous fan abanico. Is that the fan part? During, oh my God, the fan part, I was like, come on, it's mainit. It's hot in the church, and then you're not gonna allow people to use it because it's feminine. And Ezzy, being effeminate in my school is really a terrifying and scary experience because majority of the students are toxic, and straight males are making us effems like a sick joke. What I'm happy about in the batch that I had in UPIS is people were it's part of youth to tease people, but they weren't really bullying the gay guys in our school. They were kind of celebrated in a way, even though we're co-ed. They were kind of celebrated, although yeah, of course the teasing will be there, like they would call them girly or whatever, but not to the point that um, they would put them down. I don't know, because even though I was teased as gay in high school, only because I'm usually with girls, not because I'm feminine. Because I'm usually with girls, I like dancing, I like singing, I like more of the creative stuff, and I'm really more of the soft-spoken kid in high school. So they were calling me Agustina, but not to the point where I was bullied. I never really felt super bullied in high school, but I'm really happy with my experience. I didn't really feel that me being gay was a big problem, although in high school I still didn't know what I was. Sir Will, may mga nagaganap talaga sa mga jamboree. Well, hoy, Craig, hindi ko i-highlight yan. But Luke was allowed to use the fan. I know, because the principal or head teacher was like, "Oh, you promise you're gonna win the ball game, man." There's a power struggle in that. Ma'am Yao, yeah, dyan nagkaroon ng mga relasyon sa mga jamboree. Ezzy, yes, teasing, but mine was shaming, and I don't think there was shaming. I feel sorry for the youth who are getting shamed for being feminine or being gay. And sometimes being feminine is not an indication that you're gay. There are a lot of feminine men. But you know how kids are. Some actually say that kids are really cruel because they don't know better. But adults are actually more cruel because they know better, but they still do bad things. Sir Will, Gus, read mo muna yung... Yes mo muna. Wait. Read mo muna. Wag mo muna i-flash, okay lang. I think that's fine. I don't think it's a big spoiler naman. Anong thoughts nyo doon? Di ko alam spoiler, pero yung moment na kinuha yung kay Dominic, pero yung fan bigay naman kay Luke. I think it's more of just the teacher. Because I guess the teacher was trusting Luke would not be feminine. So they're trying to go with that angle. And removing that from Dominic's character, because they're more of the feminine characters, or they're not supposed to act that way. So when they gave it to Luke, the teacher was trusting, oh, he's not gonna be gay naman eh. Which is, very an adult judgmental thing. And it happens. True. The fan is a neutral object. The movie showed that what made it wrong was the one using it. True. Or what made it wrong is how people perceive the use of the fan. Not the one using it, but how people's perception of the fan is. So it depends who's using the fan. Ian, I know teasing is teasing, pero may difference ba ang teasing between co-ed and exclusive schools? I was wondering. I wouldn't really know because I wasn't I haven't been to an exclusive boys' school. There it might be different. One of the conversations that we were having last night was how exclusive boys' schools and exclusive girls' schools actually help develop homosexual children. Because sometimes you have to adapt, right? If you're all boys, there are no girls. Sometimes the power struggle changes. We need to have like creative people. We have to have I guess feminine, 'di ba? Feminine groups. So kaya marami ding mga private schools, like all boys school, all girls school, that they turn um or eventually they allow homosexual students, because it nade-develop sila with the environment, eh. Parang, wait, where am I? Kailangan may girl. So sometimes ako na lang yun or something. I don't know. My perspective. Um, Mamio says it's also a bit of favoritism. Yeah, because he's varsity. And I didn't think it was because he was gay. True, true. True to that. Okay, so we talked about a representation. If there was just one thing that maybe I am a bit gonna be critical about is the assistant of Baby R, or the assistant of Iyamina. Medyo parang ay, ano to? Bakit bakit parang medyo stereotypical portrayal of a trans character or cross-dressing character? But I'm willing to forgive it. I'm willing to forgive it because we haven't had those conversations when they created this movie. And I'm gonna give it a little bit of a pass. And for the most part, that's the only thing that I would call out in this movie. Because the conversations of microaggression and proper representation of femme and trans characters are happening, but not as mainstream. So maybe that's a misstep on their part. I don't know. I'd love to hear Derek Dolly's idea on that. Sir Will says, di ko alam kung sa akin lang, pero I think may hint na somehow the teacher liked Luke. Kinansyawan si Luke nung mga friends niya after ibigay yung fan. Because nga they're saying that the head teacher might be gay as well. I forgot the name. Professor Oiko or something like that. But they were kind of thing that he is a little bit feminine. So I think that was one of the underlines. So I agree. Possibly, pero again, don't judge. Let's not judge because there wasn't any kind of confirmation in the movie as well. Craig Leo, I kind of remember your name engraved herein. Nung naging co-ed na sila, di pa rin talaga nawala yung ang bullying. Nasa institution rin talaga kung ano influence ibibigay nila sa mga estudyante. And true, sometimes it would get to a point wherein the teachers would really have to enforce then. I think there was bullying when I was in school. I didn't really see it as much because I wasn't in the center of the bullying part. But I do see a lot of other kids from our school who got bullied and were affected by that. Hey, Artistic Disaster! Hey, I missed you. It's been a while. Ayan, Artistic Disaster. You're back. Merry Christmas. Ayan. So, conclusion for the movie. Ano pa ba? Are you still gonna ask me? Like, watch it. Watch this movie. Along with the other MMFF movies, but I think especially for the LGBTQIA plus community, it's very important that we support this because this is our story. Whether you're bisexual, whether you're gay, whether you're femme gay, whether you're trans, of course, we have pansexuality and asexuality as still part of the LGBTQIA, but if we open the doors through this film, with a whole movie really not making being gay as a comical thing, and giving opportunities for the likes of Derek Dolly, my gosh, I'm really looking forward to what's gonna happen in the future. And kudos to the whole team of The Boy Foretold by the Stars because they were able to deliver something that we needed, especially now. Wherein there's a light that's being shown over BLs and LGBTQIA plus content or queer content, and it just solidifies that next year is more opportunities for people to create better stories. Because if it's gonna be like if BL series started like this and they see success in a BL movie, what more? And again, we have DL movies coming next year. We have Hello Stranger the movie. We're gonna have Game Boys the movie. So it's just one big boom, and slowly and surely, it's not just gonna be DL, but it's gonna be completely queer contents, and I'm really really excited for that. So please do support The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Congratulations to the whole team: Direct Dolly, Adrian, Kian, Rissy, Vic, Renshi. Oh, I forgot to mention Renshi, by the way, in the supporting characters. Renshi is gonna be a very important character. That's kind of like, what? Where did that come from? And you will find out from the movie. And Renshi is, really good looking in this movie. But yeah, Renshi's kind of like the, wait, I wasn't expecting that. So that maybe that's why I didn't really, I forgot to mention Renshi. But yeah, Renshi's there as well. Of course, we also have John Leonard Ramon, Gemel Satumba, or Philip, who I want to punch. Only Philip, not the actor. And of course, Jan Ray Escano, who was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I really hope that you get to win. Not only that, also Adrian for Best Actor, and Derek Dolly for Best Director. Just to reiterate, this movie has been nominated for Best Film, Best Director, Best Actor for Adrian Lindayag, Best Screenplay for Derek Dolly as well, Gat Puno Memorial Award, Best Supporting Actor for John Ray Escano, Best Production Design, Best Theme Song for Ulan, Best Sound, Gender Sensitivity, Best Cinematography, and Best Musical Score. I cannot stress how beautiful this movie was, especially for me, who is a gay person, who is a cisgendered male gay person. Even if it's not really representing me as a whole, but it's representing the community that I am in, makes my heart full and makes me so happy. And I'm really looking forward um, to these types of stories being told in the future in movie form, not just DL series. And yes, Ma'am Yao, those eyebrows of Frenchie, yun din. MPRSR, kinda. Ano ba? We just finished my review of The Boy Foretold by the Stars. So if I'm gonna give it stars out of 5, I'm gonna give it out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give it 10 stars. 10 stars for The Boy Foretold by the Stars. So please do watch it. If you haven't bought any of the tickets, it's available in Upstream.ph. Actually, so I'm not sure if, because I still have one ticket. I still have one movie pass because Musical Bits did not tweet me. Let me check. I'm gonna check if Musical Bits sent me a message. So Musical Bits has not sent me a message. So if anybody's there who still hasn't watched it and who wants to get a movie pass, just DM me. The first person who DMs me on Twitter. Oh no, ito na lang para please share. Please share this video, and then I'll choose from the ones who shared shared my review of The Boy Foretold by the Stars. I'll choose one as a winner of another movie pass, because I still have one movie pass for The Boy Foretold by the Stars that hindi claim ni Musical Bits last night. Roderick says, Basta you get your money's worth, please watch. It is worth it. Yes, please promote. I'm sure all of these people in the live chat are definitely convinced. Yes, MPRSR, please do watch it. Definitely that's something that's gonna be good for you. Ayan, may pa-outline na po ako dito sa may notes po ako para hindi ko makalimutan yung sabihin ko. Wow, lalabas ba ulit yung magic ng Biolo? O, natawa kayo dun. Like, pero yan, so if there are people who hasn't watched it, ano ba, DM me, I guess. I haven't, kasi musical, like, there are 4 winners yesterday, and Musical Bits is one of them, and he or she has not contacted me, but please do, DM me if you want. Gus, have you seen Fangirl? Not yet, but that's the next one that I'm gonna be watching probably tomorrow. Most likely, I'm gonna rewatch The Boy Foretold tonight, just to because I still have a few more hours before it's what do you call it, expires. Um, Artistic disaster. Actually, it's because of my AP teacher that I thought the LGBT was part of the curriculum. Then I realized it was just her choice. Oh, wow. That's a good AP teacher. Ayun. Artistic disaster. She's a queen basically. Your AP teacher. We love allies. We love allies. Ma'am, yeah, watch it. One of the best 1 hour 48 minutes of your life. Also, don't be surprised because there's a short film before the movie. I was like, wait, I thought I thought I bought The Boy Foretold by the Stars, but yeah, there's a short film about a gay kid and his mom, and the mom is Tina Moran, Tina Moran from Hello Stranger. So she has a short film. Um, yeah, Jude says, I'll be watching Fangirl tonight. I want to watch it too. I want to watch it too. Ash, Sir Jude, share your review for that film. Yeah, so all of my Tahanan friends, I don't know. I'm not sure if you can already post threads, pero if you can share spoiler-free reviews of The Boy Foretold by the Stars or any of the movies, because let's give them a chance. Let's give people a chance to be surprised. Let's give people a chance to be surprised with what the movie has to offer. And like what I said, the trailer is just the tip of the iceberg for The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Once you watch the movie, you're totally surprised. Like, wait, they confused us. It's even better than what I was expecting. Litmar, love the Game Boy's book in your background. Yeah, of course. Andyan siya. Artist Tina Moran is manifesting with the gays. Yeah, oh my god, she's a queen. She's a queen. I hope that she has more projects too with like LGBT or not just LGBT but more projects. 'Cause I think she's really funny. I think she's really funny. I'll watch the after MMO finale tonight. Oy, ako rin. Let's watch together. Para akong bata, pero watch din ako. Huwag niyo ako iwan. Pero yun nga, conclusion, 10 stars out of 5. The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Please do watch it. Please support this queer content because this spells the future of what's gonna happen for 2021. I know we have Hello Stranger the movie and Game Boys the movie, but having the platform of winning um, an MMFF with a BL or a queer movie like this, it's gonna be truly amazing. And I'm not trying to discount the other somewhat queer type of movies that we had for the previous MMFF, but I think this is a good, realistic, relatable storytelling of a queer story. And I think that's very important because we don't want to be caricatures. We don't want to be comic reliefs. We don't want to be that sassy sidekick of a main character. We want to be able to tell our own stories. And the more that they see that there's a market for these types of movies, come on, Pink Peso. Like we're the ones who spend a lot. Like gay people, gay people spend a lot of money. So if we get to support these high quality content and tell them that hey, we can spend money for this content as long as you're giving us the high quality that we want, then they will churn out more of these types of shows, right? Ian says, si Ma'am Tina ang magiging uniting factor sa crossover ng mga BL. Lahat sila current or former students niya. Tapos may ano pa siya, may side job siya sa isang convenience store. Jude says, Miss Tina will have a new project soon. We were already informed about that project but can't divulge yet. Ooh! What's the tea? Share with me. I don't know. Or baka nakalimutan ko lang, you know me. I'm very forgetful. But yeah. So yeah, I think that's it for tonight. I don't want to eat up a lot of your time. But thank you for joining me for this live review of The Boy Foretold by the Stars. If you haven't watched it yet, or if you still don't have tickets, please go to Upstream.ph. Just pick The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Also, if you're interested in the other movies that they're showing for MMFF, please do pick them. Let's support our local films. But you know, mas bias ako dito sa The Boy Foretold by the Stars. And also, if andun ako. I have a project. What? I'm part of something. No, no. But also, if you are interested, the first person who DMs me and no, share this link, share this live review, and then I'll choose from the people who shared my review one, and I'll give you a movie pass to The Boy Foretold by the Stars. So share away, ayan lang. But thank you for joining me, and thank you for staying with me this Christmas day, birthday of Vlad. Happy birthday, Vlad! By the way. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you want me to do other reviews like this, because I think this is something that because like reactions is one thing, but I really like doing reviews as well. So if you want me to do more reviews, please do share, please do like, please do type in the live chat that you enjoy this type of reviews, wherein we pick through these types of queer contents and shows. And I'll try to do more of them. So at least medyo mag-branch out tayo from reactions. I do love reactions, but I do love also, getting a little bit more in the informative side of the movies. As much as possible, I'll try to make it spoiler-free as well. Ayan, so thank you for joining me. My name is Gus. This is FriGay Fridays here at the Gus Station. And I hope you enjoyed our review of The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Merry Christmas, everyone, and I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy, drink responsibly, and have fun. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Love you all. Bye bye. Like and share, subscribe. Bye bye.